Happy April 2021. This is going to be your general tarot reading for April 2021. The decks that I'm using this month, I decided to go completely fantastical. And so I'm going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments, the Star Spinner Tarot for clarifiers, and the White Rabbit Oracle cards number 1 and number 2, and they're mixed together for clarifiers. So it's completely fantastical. That's going to add a different flavor to this month. This reading may or may not resonate for you because it's geared towards a collective, so it's up to you to decide whether it resonates or not. If it doesn't resonate for you, you may want to check out the readings for your other planetary placements or rising signs, whatnot. See if any of those resonate for you more. I'm going to be doing these in order of the most views that I got for March. And so it's going to be in that order. And feel free to subscribe, share, comment, like, do whatever you want to support my channel if you feel like. I would really appreciate it. If you would like to skip through the shuffling process, there is a timestamp down below in the description box for you that you can click on. It'll take you straight to the beginning of the reading. I'm feeling perfunctory even though I'm late this month, and so I have a feeling these readings are going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'm hoping that the messages will come out clear for you. Okay, happy April, you guys, and if you happen to be an Aries sun sign, happy birthday. Or an early Taurus. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Hello Cancer, this is going to be your general tarot reading for April 2021. And we shall see what comes out for you. Okay, 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. There's a cute little boy outside of my window. What? These are tarot cards. Okay, I'm going to pause this, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. My apartment is ground level, and so my kitchen window, you're in my kitchen, by the way. My kitchen window is literally like 2 feet off the ground. And my landlords have this dad working on the deck. In case you hear power tools, you probably shouldn't, because it's on the other side of the house, but he's got his little boy with him, and he was on the other side of the kitchen window asking me what I was doing, so I had to go and talk with him. I feel bad, you know, it's like he's such a cute little boy, but I hate having to go up to parents and be like, could you please keep your kid under control so he doesn't come to my window? Anyway, sorry you guys. He's super cute. Oh, all right. I don't know who this is for. This seems very specific. It may just end up being for one person as far as I know. Keep in mind this reading may or may not resonate for you. This seems particular, like it's for a particular person. So in case this does not resonate with you, you may want to check out your other placements and their readings and see if any of those resonate more. Okay, here we go. As your central energy for April, don't worry, this reading gets better, or at least there are other factors in here, but this is how it starts off. Your central energy for April seems to be recovery from having possibly a broken heart or having your heart be wounded, possibly by somebody. There's the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Someone may have let you down. Someone may have left you. Someone may be physically, emotionally, or mentally distant from you. You may have had to deal with difficult communication, with possible cruelty, mean words, harsh words. Something is not what somebody or something is not what you thought it was, or they were. And as a result, you have a broken heart, or you have been hurt. And it seems to me as though you are trying to recover from it and you're trying to leave this behind, but it's not that easy. So this seems more romantic to me than business related or family related. I mean, I suppose it could be family related if it's a marriage, but I'm not getting work from this. I'm getting specifically relationships. So with it, as a remedy, you have reflection. So it's important to take it easy this month and heal. Reflect, heal, process, let go of certain things. Reflect. Don't take any major actions on this right now. It's important for you to take care of yourself. You might possibly want to go on some kind of a vacation or take it easy for a few days or a week or however long it takes for you to heal or to calm your nerves. I'm getting something about your nerves being shot. And it's very important for you to rest, to reflect, to heal, to calm the nerves. And it might be that you are doing a lot of your reflecting on this whole situation at night. Perhaps during the day you have to work, you have certain things you have to do. There is no time during the day to be able to process or even feel or think about these things. But at night, when things are still, it seems as though you're more able to kind of reflect on these things. Okay, so your challenge is the King of Wands. This could be a relationship, you guys. This doesn't have to be a man. This could be a woman too. Regardless of gender, this seems to be the person that you are recovering from, that possibly broke your heart. The King of Wands is a Leo card. I don't know if some of you are dealing with a Leo. Ultimately, his or her character is very extroverted, creative, leadership oriented, not shy. Somebody who likes to organize, possibly a foreman or a boss or an organizer of events, or someone, when he is reversed or when he's not acting on his best behavior, he can be incredibly bossy. He can be demanding. He can be selfish. He uses things in his life to stroke his own ego. Could be slightly narcissistic, I suppose, but just more self-centered and more wrapped up with what they're interested in. Okay, let me pick more information about the King of Wands and why this is a challenge for you. I suppose this could be an aspect of yourself. If that's the case, then it's hard for you this month to speak up for yourself, to get things done, to have the energy that you need. Possibly your energy is low. Your energy isn't as strong as it normally is. You might not be following your creativity as much as you would like. Okay, let me look more into it. Tell me more about the King of Wands as their challenge. Why is the King of Wands their challenge? Might be hard for you to exert leadership ability right now because you're possibly recovering. Your pride or your ego or even your self-confidence may have been dealt a blow where you're feeling not as confident as you normally do. You might be battling with insecurities. You might feel as though your status has been lowered somehow. I hate that feeling. Someone's made you feel cheap, or someone's made you feel like you're not that important when actually you're a special person, or someone's made you feel as though you're not special. Whoever this is, it's best to let them go as much as you possibly can from your emotional body and your mental body, and not let them have that kind of an effect on you, but I know it's not that easy. Okay, Nine of Swords. Okay, let me look into this in depth. I'm going to go grab a special deck that is for this card. I'll be right back. Okay. This is an oracle card deck called the Oracle of Nightmares. And some of you might be sensitive to images like this, so I'm just going to give you a trigger warning. I actually enjoy this deck. I'm weird. I've got a Scorpio moon, and these don't really scare me. They're necessary for me, but just to warn you, the images might scare you a little bit. But I think it's important to kind of look into this since it's your challenge. So with the King of Wands as your challenge, you have the Nine of Swords, which is called the Nightmare card in the tarot. This is sleepless nights, bad dreams, nightmares, anxiety, stress, worry, feeling overwhelmed, not being able to get a good night's sleep, or just having a million things on your mind, or struggling with something that is welling up from your subconscious, and so it's invading your dream state or interfering with your ability to reflect, relax, and heal. So let's look at what your nightmares are concerning this King of Wands. And like I said, the King of Wands could be an aspect of yourself that has been dealt your confidence and your sense of self and your sense of natural pride in yourself has been dealt a blow. This could be related. I'm getting more that this is related to relationships or a prominent person in your life. So let's look. What nightmares are they actually having? Where do these nightmares come from? And what do they have to do about? Oh, I see. Okay. Yes, this reading seems very specific. All right. So your nightmares involve illusion and indecision. And I'm just going to blurt it out because that's what I'm getting. I'm assuming that this is for someone or is meant for someone. It seems as though you've possibly been, or you feel betrayed. You feel abandoned, betrayed. You thought that perhaps someone cared about you that actually does not care about you or doesn't know how to care for another. You might be struggling with horror at the fact that you are realizing the painful truth that perhaps a relationship was an illusion, or your expectations of the relationship is an illusion, and possibly the other person was indecisive over multiple partners, possibly you and someone else, or indecisive about the relationship in general. Your heart has been struck to the core, and the King of Wands is your challenge, which is also related to the heart. I would say that for whatever reasons, your heart definitely was involved, or you definitely had feelings for this person. But you have shockingly realized that perhaps they do not care about you when they perhaps gave you the illusion that they did. Or they've been indecisive about the relationship and torn between possibly you and someone else, or indecisive about the relationship with you in general. I suppose I could flip this, and you might be the person who is breaking someone's heart because they've realized that you don't have feelings for them the way that they thought. But I'm not getting that. I'm more getting the former. So, if I tried to read this in a different way that did not have to do with relationships, then I would say that something about mistreatment or not, or abandonment or not being cared for in the past has possibly manifested itself in your current situation or life with bad dreams, nightmares, and perhaps you went through some things in the past that dealt you a big blow to your self-esteem. Or perhaps this is a reoccurring theme where you continuously, accidentally, through no fault of your own, end up in relationships with people that are not who you thought they were, or they turn out to be narcissists, or I don't know. Or something is trying to reach the upper levels of your consciousness from your subconscious, and so your sleep patterns, your nighttime patterns might be shifting dramatically. Okay, let's move on. So, what is helping you is the Seven of Pentacles. So, this is being patient. This is perhaps waiting, getting some downtime. Possibly finances have been Finances have been decent or have been growing, but for now you're at kind of a lull with what you do for money, where perhaps you have a little bit more time than you normally do, or business is not as busy as it normally is. And so you actually have some extra time to be able to take care of your body, take care of yourself, perhaps do some other things. Go to places that you like to go to, taking a retreat, a vacation, or some time out to recuperate, possibly in a beautiful environment if you can. This can be formulating your next steps on a project you've been working on. This can be revisioning or taking a step back and relaxing while you look over your progress of what you've been working on and receiving some more dreams, visions, imaginations about what you would like to do next. Patience and taking care of your body. So let me get more on that. Your situation and your challenge are so intense or so dramatic that this almost seems disappointing for me as a reader, because it's so quiet. It's such a quiet energy as what's helping you. But maybe that's the best thing for you, is some rest and relaxation and some quiet. So you can revision what you're going to do next. Let's see. Ace of Cups. Perhaps for some of you, all this stuff up here is coming up for you because you may have found new love, and so it's stirring up some old ghosts from the past or in your own psyche. If that's the case, it looks as though perhaps, and I'm going to read this two ways, with relationships and with other things besides relationships. So with relationships, you may have started to have feelings for someone or have some new love sprout in your life. And you would like to trust it. You would like to cultivate it. It may involve having to heal yourself or let go of some things in order for you to truly embrace it. Part of you looks a little bit hesitant up here because of past traumas with relationships. I got something in here about reoccurring themes in multiple relationships in your life that have kind of made you feel less than, or made you feel as though they didn't care at all about you, or they were so wrapped up with their own internal world or their own minds that they didn't even maybe see you for who you were, or they just ended disastrously, or just a feeling of being used or a feeling of being disregarded. This is hard when it's multiple situations over time that all have that similar flavor, where you walk away from the relationship feeling icked out, like you can't believe that you fell for that, or you can't believe that someone treated you that way, or that someone used you like that, made you feel like it was a huge blow to your confidence as a person. Rejection, abandonment, things like that. That it's hard for you to completely embrace this, but this is what's helping you. So perhaps this is the last little bit of garbage coming up from your subconscious, so that you don't carry this pain with you into a new relationship. And if this is not new love, or you could be waiting on new love, or you could have been waiting on new love and then suddenly it arrives as what's helping you, or you realize that love comes in many, many different forms and you are actually surrounded by love, and that you no longer have to feel that way up here. If this didn't have to do with love, then this is a new dream or a new vision of something you would like to create. This is a new feeling of joy, bliss, harmony, and love pouring into your life. a brand new path of inspiration. And now is a necessary time on what's helping you is to envision how you are going to cultivate this dream or how you are going to take care of it. It feels very imaginative, creative, and joyful to me. It's like you have a new vision for your life and you're more than capable and more than happy to cultivate it. But you must take care of your body, rest, and recuperate and reflect in order to possibly get your energy back or your health back. And now is the necessary visioning stages before you get started with something. So, at your root, you have the Six of Swords. You're finding harmony in your own mind. You had the Five of Swords as your central experience for April. So these are very different from each other. This is a level up from this. So I feel like you're confronting things in your own mind that either self-sabotage you or repetitive ways of thinking of things that have come about because of mistreatment on the behalf of on the part of other people in your life in the past. It got something going in your brain where your mind tends to go back to certain ways of thinking about things that actually are not doing you any good at all. It might even be thought patterns that are actually negatively affecting your health. But it seems as though your instincts are leading you in the right direction and you are overcoming this, where you're able to find mental peace, you're able to see things from a different perspective, you're able to see what's available to you mentally, and you're very aware of your possibilities. You seem very imaginative in April, where you're imagining things very vividly, and it's opening up doors in your own mind to different ways of seeing things and understanding things where you can find mental peace and balance, which is amazing. And this is also an approach of what can be solved with any kind of arguments with other people, what could be adjusted to maintain peace with relationships, with harmony of harmony with communication, harmony with your mind is in a harmonious state that is able to envision ways of being able to mend situations or to clear situations up. So let me see more on that. Tell me more about the Six of Swords in their instincts. It's like reading is reminding me of that saying, every extreme has its opposite, or every action has an opposite reaction. So as intense and dark and painful as this is up here, it is equally as imaginative, bright, loving, creative, and open-minded as it is down here. And so it seems to me like you're going through a massive transformation, or a transformation of the mind and the heart. And possibly casting aside old illusions, or ways in which perhaps you have been fooled, where you do not take that with you, or take it on as somehow you are responsible for it. Yeah, something has been bugging you. All right, let me use this. Finding peace or peace of mind after something bothering you or bugging you, or some kind of a painful pricking sensation. Fruition. attainment. Yeah, you might be seeing new avenues to be able to attain the fruition of your imagination or what you envision for yourself than what you have been doing, or a different method or a different way. Or just simply you are choosing to change how you think and what you choose to focus on. So you had resolution of conflict, peace of mind, and harmony being brought to a situation. Being able to see things from a different perspective. These are your instincts right now. Makes sense concerning all this stuff up there. Then you have the Nine of Wands, and I see something really, it's like you are making a concentrated effort to overcome mentally what bothers you or what is bugging you. Notice there's a pierced rose, and she's covered in bugs. And that is reminding me of the pierced rose on this man's heart up here in the Three of Swords. Something for you has been pierced. Something for you has been a very delicate, sensitive part of you has had thorns stuck in it, or something has been grating on you or bugging you for a while now. It's probably related to all this stuff up here. But notice this woman up here in the Five of Swords has a white rose that is healthy, that is not being punctured, that is on her left side of her face, which is the feminine. And it's very connected to her head and her mind. It's almost like alchemy here, is you are finding clarity and purity in a situation that has been extremely piercing and difficult for you and has bothered you, but it seems as though you are able to find peace in this matter and be able to move on. Something has been bothering you because perhaps you wanted the attainment and fruition of something that meant a lot to you, but it didn't occur. Maybe it turned out that that particular way or that particular person or that particular thing was an illusion. Or you're afraid that it's an illusion. You're afraid that you will not be able to attain or not be able to come to a fruition state with what you envision for yourself. But I see a lot to do with meditation in this, of thinking positively, calming the mind, meditating. Both of these women are in a meditative state and in a body language of meditation as well. It seems as though you are transforming at a very deep level, and you are overcoming pain from the past in a way that perhaps you haven't yet, or that it is in a completely different realm. You seem very intentional to me, probably because this is what you want to manifest. And so you've realized you need to make a concentrated effort to change your mind. And I don't mean change your mind in the normal sense, just change how your mind functions or what you choose to focus on. Or perhaps your mind is changing on how something can be attained or come to fruition. Maybe you need a different method than before. Or your eyes have been awakened to other possibilities instead of trying to stick with something that's not working. So, in the recent past, things have sped up quite a bit. Things are changing, the winds of change are blowing, things are moving very quickly. You are moving forward very quickly. There may be multiple options or multiple choices involved that are up in the air for you. Or you may be thinking of traveling, or you may be moving swiftly towards something, or you have, since this is in your past. Let's see more. What is speeding up for them in their recent past? Or what has been speeding up for them? A new beginning. You have two aces now. a new method, a new way, a new understanding of the physical, possibly coming up with a brilliant idea of something that you would like to start creating in your life, whether it's music, art, a new job, new money coming in, new physical opportunities coming in. Could be moving to a new home or a new location, moving towards a new project that has nothing to do with what you were doing before. Okay. Your best possible outcome is the Five of Pentacles, which normally is feeling cold, abandoned, empty, being too alone, not having what you need, feeling out in the cold. And so let's see how this is your best possible outcome. Why is the Five of Pentacles in their best possible outcome position? The Queen of Pentacles. The difficulty is over with now. Your best possible outcome is to be the Queen of Pentacles. I see a theme in this reading of a psychology of changing your mind completely and realizing that you are not barren, or you are not empty, or you are not forgotten. Instead, you're going to take matters into your own hands and create what you actually want, instead of falling prey to old patterns, old fears, or old experiences. The Queen of Pentacles, in a way, cannot be abandoned because she is completely whole and aware of her talents, abilities, and what she can create for herself. Even if someone left, she wouldn't feel as though she doesn't matter, or she wouldn't feel empty. She has a very strong sense of self. But it seems as though your sense of self has been dealt a major blow. And so you are regaining health in the area of being able to be completely healthy in all realms, and to be able to fulfill your own needs, or your own hunger, or your own thirst for experience, for a creation, instead of looking to another to validate you, mirror you, or appreciate you. Those things would be nice for sure, but you don't need them in order to have a sense of self. So I see how you value yourself is changing dramatically, where you are deciding you are no longer going to fall prey to being made to feel small because of external people, external situations. You know in your own heart, as your best possible outcome, that you are a special person, you're talented, and you have amazing abilities to be able to create what you want. And that can't be pierced, hurt, destroyed by another at all. So let's pick more on that. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Here, let me pick one from here. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles as their best possible outcome. And also, if you've had hard times in the past of not having enough physically, like not enough money, struggling with poverty, not having what you need, not feeling abundant, that is changing now. And so it's more important for you to cultivate the energy that you can now, rather than focusing on how you felt in the past. Resilience. You have been incredibly resilient and incredibly strong in being able to continue after a major blow that left you feeling stranded, empty, cold. You have made it through out onto the other side simply by being perseverant. And you have You have remained resilient against all odds. And this actually is helping you with realizing how special you are, or building your self-esteem up from a major blow before, is you've managed to survive. You're a survivor. And not only are you a survivor, you are able to practice alchemy, psychologically speaking, from taking something and then creating its complete opposite. You've taken matters into your own hands and you've chosen to go in that direction of survival and then thriving. Thriving. Okay. So, in the near future, you have the Page of Pentacles. So this could be a new hobby, a new activity, a new skill that you're learning, a new project that you're working on, something that brings you a lot of creativity, happiness, and joy. This can be something you're learning more about or you're exploring as you go. This can be becoming more aware of how you can create prosperity and money for yourself based off of your talents and your interests by following your own bliss and experimenting, adapting, looking at different options that normally you wouldn't even envision or see. It's like your eyes have been opened to other possibilities of how to bring this energy in instead of just one avenue or one way. This could also be a young person in your life that is you are helping them cultivate their talents or their interests, or you may be doing something with them to kind of teach them as they go about something creative, whether it's gardening with a child, working on an art project with a child, doing some kind of craft with a child. Not only are you spending quality time with them while you're doing this and having fun, but you're also teaching them new skills that they will remember in the future and be able to continue to cultivate because you've shown them. So let's see. Page of Swords. This can be teaching young people. This can be learning from young people, where young people are giving you perspectives on things that normally you wouldn't even have, and it blows your mind and opens your mind up to different possibilities. This can be deciding to go to school to learn something. This could be deciding to cultivate a talent or a skill that you have to a much more higher education type of level, where you can see what you are learning, your skills evolving from practice, where you're moving slowly but surely along. You may receive some kind of a news or an invitation or an offer or some kind of communication where someone would like to do something fun with you. I'm seeing also a brother and sister relationship with these two cards, where it's an older brother and a younger sister, and it seems like they have a very good relationship with each other, where they are the older sibling is very encouraging of the younger one and is almost a protective force in their life. What are you learning about? You got focus. Look, there are books in both of these images. It's important to focus on your studies if you're learning something new, but also to take time to play and not overdo it on studying, because if you do, you won't be able to focus, or you need to balance imagination with what you're actually learning, or discipline in with playtime. And you also seem incredibly inspired by whatever it is that you're learning or looking into or studying or even doing research on. You might even, I'm getting a feeling of the kind of inspiration that makes you addicted to something, whether it's building doll houses, whether it's learning how to bake bread, whether it's whatever it is that you're learning about, it's very addictive because you're very interested in it and it brings you a sense of joy and creativity. It's opening up new avenues into your life by practicing something. And this can even be learning about nutrition or learning about health or learning about different ways that you can take care of your body so you are able to have the energy that you need to be able to do the things that you want to do. This can also be, if you have young people that are learning at home, it's important to set up a space for them where they can actually focus. There might be too many distractions around, like toys in the room or other things going on that it's hard for them to focus. You may want to work with a young person in the home if they happen to be learning at home to help you decorate a special area where there aren't too many distractions, where they can actually focus on work. Maybe decorating an office or designating a certain area of the home for it and then having their input on how they want it to look. Things like that. Okay, so you right now are resting. Very good. Resting, reflecting, finding mental peace. It seems like the worst is over of some kind of a situation that you are recovering from. And after you have rested, after you have taken care of yourself and found and emptied the mind of worry, nightmares, stress, you will be ready and receptive to the new coming into your life, and you'll be getting your energy back. In your surroundings, there's the moon, and so there may be some things that are hidden from you that you're trying to have be illuminated. Maybe you're unsure about whether you really want to have the surroundings that you have right now, or it's important for you to take time out in your surroundings so that you can really process and go within and heal. Something may become illuminated to you that was a mystery before. Or you're spending a lot of time alone, possibly awake at night, working or having revelations at night, working on things at night. I'm getting night owl energy from this. You might not be getting enough sunlight. I'm getting something about dim lighting, like your surroundings are dim. Maybe your house or your apartment or your studio or wherever you live doesn't have enough windows for natural light to come in, or you're spending too much time inside the home instead of getting out and sitting in the sunshine. I'm getting something about dim lighting or not enough sunlight is actually sucking you into a state that sucks your energy away from you. And so I'm getting you need sunshine. You need to be outside in nature. You need to sit maybe in a garden or in a park on a bench or sunbathe. Focus on some time spent outside so that you get enough sunshine. Especially now, this time of year when spring is happening, it's a great time to do that finally instead of being locked up in the house because of cold weather. Or even dim lighting because of winter, of the sky being overcast or gray. The sun is starting to come out more, so you might as well enjoy it. Enjoy the bees, the butterflies coming alive, the trees starting to bud, the flowers starting to come out. It's a much needed energy boost for you and also makes you alive. Your imagination come alive with creative possibilities for what you would like to do in the future, starting now. So, yeah, you need, if you're a night owl, I totally get it. You can't change how you are. If you're a night person, then you're a night person. But during the day, it is important for you to get more sunshine into your life. Let me see if I can get anything else on that. Yeah, joy. Or to balance the two worlds, to have your resting time, your reflecting time, your sleep time, nighttime, dream time, in with daytime, to take your inspiration and then to create it, to tap into the imagination and then to create it in the day. Bringing what was unconscious before into consciousness, and also getting plenty of sunshine. Okay, so your fear and your hope. I'm getting that this is both. You have the major arcana of the world as your hopes and your fears mixed. And so you are at the very end stages of a culmination of a long-term karmic cycle that is coming to a close. At least a decade, at least 10 years, if not more. And you are about to embark and step into a completely new world and a new long-term karmic cycle, where all of your lessons from before have now been learned, or should have been learned by now. And so you are graduating and you are about to have a completely new world open up to you. And so this can be scary, stepping over the threshold into a new world, into a new experience, into a completely unfamiliar karmic situation. Karma being not negative, you guys, just karmic as in lessons you need to learn this lifetime. You have graduated and now you have new lessons. You have a new experience awaiting you, and this is scary and it's also exciting. So you have hopes and fears to do with this. The advice that I can give you is to keep your body as limber as you possibly can, or as flexible as you possibly can, whether it's stretching, going for walks, just somehow working on your mobility. You may want to look into, there was something in here earlier about learning new methods or new ways of taking care of your body. You may want to focus on your joints at this time. I know some people take chondroitin something or other, but even things like using more turmeric. Turmeric is really good for your joints. Anything that can help your joints be more flexible and have less stiffness or pain in them. So arnica homeopathics, turmeric, cayenne pepper. I'm getting something about learning more about food as medicine in here, of how to best take care of your body so that you can, because your physical body mirrors your emotional and mental, all of your different bodies are connected. So when you're not flexible enough on one level, it probably means that you have a lack of flexibility in other areas. So, but also don't overdo it. Take baby steps with it, or take it one step at a time. Things take time with Saturn. So, and try to be as flexible as you possibly can. Your hopes may be also to travel the world, or to look more into cultures around the world, or learn more about cultures from around the world. Okay, so your general outcome is the Six of Pentacles. Very, very good, you guys. The whole reading is alchemy of taking a negative experience or a negative, painful situation or way of being or way of thinking, and completely flipping it. And so this is two people that are in mutual regard. They share easily with each other. They pay attention to the balancing the physical in the relationship, instead of one person doing all of the work or one person helping the other one all the time without getting much help in return. This is reciprocal, balanced physical energy between two people or two situations where no one is being taken advantage of. And this is also reciprocal emotions, rather than one person loving the other and the other one not loving them back. This is not unrequited love or unrequited energy spent on something. This is equality. This is mutuality. This is learning how to work with one another. This could be, if this is relationship oriented, this could be a new relationship where you do have harmony, you do have reciprocity, you do have balance, which is very, very different from what you have experienced before. And now it seems as though you are accepting it instead of doubting it, instead of being afraid of it, instead of believing that it's an illusion. It seems as though you are accepting the fact that things have changed and you are no longer drawing in the same pattern as before or falling prey to the same sort of situations as before. And you can rest. This might be one of the reasons on why you're having such peace of mind now, is you see results. You see it happening in your life in the 3D. And you may, in the beginning, have doubted it, have been scared that it was an illusion, but now it seems as though you are accepting it, that you have attained this, and that this is this feeling of being not understood. Where is it? This feeling of not being understood, not even being seen, not being valued, has completely changed into being valued, being seen, being understood. It's pretty amazing, actually. So, and if this had to do with money, you are drawing in situations where you are getting the funding or the money in return for your services where it is fair. Instead of overexerting yourself and not getting paid enough, you are getting paid enough for what you do now. Or you are being valued enough where you will not settle for less than what you're worth. And if people really do value your skills or your talents, they will pay the money that it's worth. And you don't have to disvalue yourself or feel smaller than you actually are, or worry that you will always be poor. As long as you're extending energy and you're following your bliss or your own natural talents, you need to upgrade your own personal worth with what you do, and demand to be paid what you're worth for what you do. Rather than, where is it? I'm still looking for it. Rather than not having enough. Now you will have enough in exchange for what you do. Okay, let me pick one last little message and then I'll let you go. Hopefully that resonated or helped somebody and was intended for someone or even a small group of you. And yes, you're in transition. April is a major month where you are in a cocoon. You are about to emerge out as a butterfly. You are no longer going to be the same as you were before. You are in the transition state right now. You are not on one side or the other. You're in the middle. You are definitely changing and transforming in very profound ways, and so it's important for you to rest. If your energy is low, it's low for a reason, and it's telling you that you need to heal or recuperate or get your energy back, or just things are slowing down for a reason so that you can transform. It's very difficult to transform while you're in the middle of doing a million things. And so if you have strange occurrences like strange, mysterious pains in your body, things that don't really make sense to you on how you feel, it's happening for a reason and it's not permanent. And just to be patient with the process and patient with yourself. And take time out when you need to, or rest when you need to. Okay, take care, you guys. See you soon. Bye.